All we begin with this beginning, as I said.
Yes, Father.
You see, when Hazrat Mirza Ghulam claimed that he had been appointed by God, Masih ibn Maryam, and he had come to fulfill that prophecy in his spirit and in his character, although his soul and spirit were different. He was a different person. But he said, this is how the prophecies are fulfilled. An old prophet of Allah who is known to have claimed that he would come again, or others who expect him to return to earth, never come back. There is not a single exception. Examine the entire horizon of religious history. People claim that someone would come, but never see the face of that man again. So it does not mean the prophecies, all of them are wrong. It means the stupid people who do not recognize when they come, they are wrong. No one comes in person. No one returns physically himself. But there always is someone who comes to fulfill the prophecy. Like Elia came to fulfill the prophecy. Like Yahya came, Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam, came to fulfill the prophecy regarding Eliya's return to earth. So he explained this all to the people and said, I do not claim to be the same Messiah who happened to be the Messiah of Israel. I am the Messiah of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and I am going to fulfill the same task in his ummah as was fulfilled by the earlier Messiah in the ummah of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. When he claimed this, when he claimed that he was Al-Imam Al-Mahdi, whose advent had been prophesied by Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself, the entire world of Islam which was supporting him, seemed to have gone berserk. They lost balance. They seemed to have gone mad with anger. What have you done? What's your claim? And one and all the great ulama of the time, in the beginning, as a first reaction, declared that he is a pakka kafir, about whose kufr there is not the slightest possible doubt. He is kafir of the first degree. He is a kafir of a class in himself. The one who is not just a kafir but who is an impostor, who wrongfully attributes things to Allah which he never told him. So he is a impersonator of Jesus Christ. He is not the real one. And went on building their fatwa, their edicts against him, to the result ultimately that they said his life is forfeit. According to these edicts of Islam and the Holy Quran, anybody who kills him will not be held answerable in the sight of Allah. So go ahead and help yourself. Shed his blood, and this is piety. This was the nature and intensity of the hostility which followed this claim. Overnight, what had happened? Now, the interesting thing is, this happens to every prophet. Why? This is the big question. How can it help their message? How can it help to prove their truth if those who are friends of yesterday suddenly become the enemies of the utmost, the most bitter and convicted enemy, most bitter and dedicated enemies of his message? What does he gain? What does the truth gain from this? Let's first resolve this question, because it's a question which has to be asked in relation to Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself as well. Why did God put him to such trial? It is related to the first question which I raised, his previous popularity. if a man has that popularity, and if it is that popularity which has gone into his head, then it is quite likely that he would make tall claims. And the people later on would think a man became popular and he made a claim, like many false claimants have done it. But then God completely draws a line of distinction between the true prophet and the false ones. He let the people withdraw their support of popularity. And now he rises in his true color and character. This man, who was surrounded by a mist of possible doubt,